One of the things that he was showing me this morning, he said, strongholds have got to be broken in his house. See, but this is the thing. You can't point out my stronghold. And you got 25 strongholds. I may have 10. You may got 25. But because my 10, because you have 25 and I have 10, you can't think you better than me because I got 25. Okay, I'm going to stand right here and read this. And so he was showing me, he said that what strongholds do, he said, strongholds is a system of logic that's rooted in a lie. It's a system of logic. It comes to bind God's people from receiving the truth. It really comes to weigh on your mind so you can believe the lies and the manipulation of the enemy. It's a stronghold that's stopping the people from receiving the promised blessing. It's the stronghold that's stopping them from propelling in the things of God. It's the stronghold. He said, but I'm here to cut every stronghold that off your life if you're willing to be obedient and to humble yourself. And so he was saying to me that one thing about it, he said, in Psalms the 75th division of Psalms, it says, verse number 6, he says, no one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt a man. I'm going to stand over here. Y'all got my back, brothers, thank you. He said, no one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt a man. But it is God who judges. He brings down one. He exalts another. In the hand of the Lord is a cup full of foamy wine mixed with spices. He pours it out, and all the wicked of the earth drink it down to his very dregs. He said, as for me, I will declare this forever. I will sing praise to God. This is David talking. God of Jacob, I will cut off the horns of all the wicked, but the horns of the righteous will be lifted up. It didn't say that the hands of the twisted will be lifted up. It said the hands of the righteous shall be lifted up. Come on, what are you talking about? If God is your season for God to promote you, you don't have to do dirty stuff to get promoted. Oh my God, you don't have to get dirty stuff to get promoted. All you have to do is humble yourself. God said promotion does not come from the east and west of man, but promotion comes from God. When it's your season, I don't have to hate on you. I don't have to dislike you because it's your season. I don't have to talk about you because it's your season. It's time for the righteous to be lifted up. If I'm righteous and you righteous, we should be holding the hand. We should be holding hands, wanting God to lift us up. Oh my God, my God. He said the reason why we cannot come together is because we still have a slave mentality. We still have that crab mentality that I don't want to see you move. If I can't move, I don't want to see you move. Lord, help us today. Help us today because we want the latter rain and the glory of God to come up in this place. But God said, listen, I can't move until you get your heart right with me. See, something is wrong with this thing. If you think your heart is right and it's really wrong, you're deceiving yourself. Every time that something goes on, you have an opinion and you bring your own ideology. Let God do the separate. Let God live it together. Let God do the work. Let God do a little thing on the inside of us. And so he was saying, oh, I got to go back. Because what he was saying to me, he said, the reason why people, listen, the years change. He said, we can declare from the beginning of the year that we're moving into a new season. He said, but if you don't ask and pray for strategies to shift you from your old mindset guess what? You just going around a merry-go-round. And you never come into your true season. Why? Because you didn't change your mentality. You didn't change your mentality. With the new season comes a change of mentality. With the new season came a new set of knowledge. With a new season, a new set of rules. You don't even look the same way when your season have changed. When your season really changed in God, let me tell you something. Your whole outlook is different. You don't care if they never call your name. You ain't looking for a platform to shine. You just want to magnify God. You just want to praise God and do the kingdom manifestation. He said, I'm looking for people that's not filled with position. Let me tell you something about position. All position does is tax you. Because we have a position in the place of man, in the eyes of man, does not mean that you have a position in the place of God. It does not mean that you've been seated in heavenly places. It does not mean that you've been raised to a heavenly dignity. Oh, see, it was the Apostle Paul. They was raised to a heavenly dignity. One thing that Paul said in Philippians, the 3rd chapter, verse number 7, he said, I count not myself to have apprehended. He said, well, this thing that I do know, I got to forget the stuff that's behind me in order to prepare for forward into my new season. He said, I got to let some stuff go. I got to let go of this lower life. I got to let go of this confusion. I got to let go of some things that don't even concern the spirit. He said, I got to press toward the higher calling. Most of us don't press up. I'm serious. He said, because what the stronghold is designed to do is keep you in the same place, but you're not building any momentum in the spirit. You're not building any kind of spiritual momentum, because if we was building spiritual momentum, it ain't them, it's me. Everybody ain't jealous of me. I just think that. Everybody don't want my husband. I just think that. Everybody don't want to be Sister Wells. I just think that. What are you talking about? What am I doing? That's submission. The more you submit, the strongholds can't stay in the presence of submission. Strongholds can't stay in the place of submitted vessels. Listen, the scripture says in James the 4th chapter, verse number 7, my God, he said, submit yourself unto God. He said, resist the devil. Resist everything that's trying to oppose you. Resist everything that's trying to bind you. Now, in the midst of you resisting, you may be called rebellious. To them, you may be called because you're resisting the stronghold, because you realize the Bible declares, if I resist, the Bible declares that Satan gotta flee from me. He has no authority to bind us if we submit to God. He was saying to me, he said, the more submitted you are, guess what? You don't have to cast the devil out. He leaves willingly. Why? Because the authority of God casts him down. This ain't the season to fight. We was fighting in 09, This ain't the season to fight. This is a season to be raised to your heavenly dignity. This is a season to see the enemy coming, but you sit in your seat and shake. This ain't the season for you to talk down to folk. Oh my God. This ain't the season for you to war in the spirit. This is the season for you to